Hey, Jennifer. Okay, so I'm going to jump in here and give you a quick little review of your website as I go through it. I haven't looked over it yet, so this will be my first time going through. First impressions, it's beautiful. Obviously, newborn photographer. I love your logo. I love the layout here. It's really nice. I love having your menus off to the side. It looks really nice. I will say, coming down here, okay, you have your address, how to contact you. This is all amazing. Um, this is a little overkill for me. Like it's a little much. Um, and I don't know if you do. Hang on, I'm gonna click on this really quick. Okay, so this is the face I want. I was like, I want to see you. Like I want to see it, put a face to the name. And I think if you're gonna have this information here, I don't think you need it on your homepage. So I would maybe take all of this off the homepage. Um, you can leave the featured galleries if you want, but I would take all the wording off and just keep it basically as this part that's above the fold. Most people will come to your website, and if they see what the information they're looking for here, they're probably not going to scroll down a whole lot. So this is kind of wasted space sometimes. So I would just stick with this part right up here. Okay, so then let's go into the About Me really quick. So honestly, I think this is a lot of information for people to read through. I would scale it down just a little bit. I think that either some of this can be like even like bullet points, like fun facts about me. You could talk about, like I saw in here that you were a teacher. Like this part, I have been photographing others for about 7 years, as well as taking numerous classes and mentoring with other photographers. I think that your clients aren't going to really care about that a whole lot. I think that either scale it down a little bit, put it into like a fun format where it's easier to consume, or at least space it out a little bit so it's in smaller chunks. Because what I tend to do is I go and I read like the first sentence or two of a paragraph, and if I am like not interested at all, I will skip down, read the next couple sentences, and skip down. So to be honest with you, I haven't read this whole thing because I read a couple of like the first couple sentences, and I was like, it's not, I don't know. So I would just maybe tone this down a little bit, but definitely keep pictures, anything that shows your face. And I will say one thing that's nice about that, and I don't know if you do consultations or anything like that, but I meet with a lot of clients like at Starbucks and things like that. And so when they come to meet me, they're looking for the same picture, like the same version of me they saw on my website. So definitely giving them like photos of like you, a headshot, or your family or whatever is perfect. Okay, so your photographs. So all my photos takes me to, so I'm assuming, okay. So this is a little bit of everything. So you don't just do newborns. I see. Okay, so you've got families, seniors, couples. I would combine some of these. I don't know if this is like I feel like, okay, so this must be like a gallery, not a gallery, what am I trying to say? I can't think of what I'm looking for. Okay, Zenfolio. Yeah, so it's like a client gallery type service. So what I would do here is I would maybe not do all photos unless that's how clients are downloading their photos. I'm not really sure how this really would benefit you a whole lot because I feel like it's just overwhelming. Like if I'm gonna see all photos, I want them to be like families, seniors, couples, maternity, babies, done. Like you can combine Cake Smash and Little Ones with families, or big ones can go with families. Graduation invitations can go in senior. Like I just feel like these can be combined a little bit because if I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so much. Featured, or maybe just stick with featured and get rid of the all photos. But again, I think you can combine some of this to make it a little bit more easier to consume. Yeah, and then like the recently added, and okay. So yeah, I think again, I don't know how Zenfolio works, so I don't know how easy it is to adjust these. But I would definitely, I think, as a consumer, if I'm coming to these, it's too much. Like I click away from it. Your homepage was so beautiful. I honestly was expecting you to be like just strictly a newborn photographer. So if I'm coming here and I'm looking for a family photographer or a senior photographer, I probably would not have stayed on your website, just because none of that is shown here. So one thought you could do is in your menu, you could have something where it says like my photographs, and the drop downs could be your categories, or you could not, I wouldn't say my photos, I'd even say like session types, or it's late, I'm drawing a blank on words, but anyway, so you could have some kind of drop down where it's like families, little ones, seniors, babies, whatever you want it to be. I think that might be a little bit easier for people to kind of get an idea of what you do exactly. Okay, so details. Okay, I'm reading through. Okay, so again, this is a lot of words. Okay, well, so you've invested here, so details. So I would kind of break this up. I wouldn't worry about availability, just because I feel like that's something that if people contact you, you can mention it with them. I think some of this can be done in like a welcome email. I think on here for the details, you might want to just put like, again, newborns, you can expect this much time to be spent on your session, or families, you can expect this much time. This like maybe have like a little section for each if they're different, or have a conversation about conversation. Oh my gosh, a paragraph where you talk about like the $50 retainer. I wouldn't say anything about mini sessions unless that's something that you're doing all the time, or if you're offering them all the time. I just think it's a little overwhelming. Find a way to maybe bullet point some of this, or save some of it for a welcome email or a welcome packet that you send in online. So yeah, I think it's a little much. Okay, investment. And see, again, a lot of what you're showing is the baby. So if that's what you want to focus on, then make it all about babies and newborns. But then when you go like to the photographs, don't share other things on there, because then if you show it, people are going to ask for it, and if you don't like doing them and people are asking for them, you're going to feel like you're having sucked into doing it. Okay, so again, a lot of this is not necessary. I would just say, I wouldn't even say thank you for your interest, because they're obviously like interested. You would say, I want to provide you, or my goal is to provide you with a wonderful portrait experience that you will treasure. I look forward to working with you and your family to make the session an experience you want to invest in. I wouldn't even say you want to invest in. I would say, I look forward to working with your family to make this session a blessed experience, period. I wouldn't even talk about investment there. Okay, and then your pricing. Again, I think you can streamline some of this wording, because people, honestly, they're just going to be looking at the numbers and the types. I wouldn't go into super big detail about this unless you have different types of packages. What I would do here is like, okay, so they said this session includes a 1 hour of photographic time, a print package, an online gallery of edited images shared with family and friends. Okay, so I would say like family portrait session, $200 plus tax. It includes families, engagements, maternity. Then I would do bullet points. I would say it includes, and then bullet point, 1 hour session, print package. I wouldn't even say what comes in the print package. You can tell them that if they inquire. Online gallery of images, of edited images. And then additional packages can be, or additional items can be added on. I would just kind of hit the high points. Okay, so yeah, definitely And see, like this kind of stuff is things that I think should go in like a welcome packet or even like your contract, because I feel like if I haven't booked with you yet, then I'm not even worried about rescheduling and things like that. So I would wait and save some of that for once they have inquired and y'all have talked about like setting a date. Okay, blog. Perfect. What to wear. I love, love, love that. Anytime you can share something that's informational, that is awesome. Oops, I missed something here. Okay. I don't know if there's a way to do this on this site, but if there is, I would try to find a way to make it so that instead of having to scroll through the whole blog post to get to the next one, see if there's a way to do like thumbnails so that I can say, oh, I want to read this one or I want to read this one. I know you have like a recent post over here, but I would definitely try to make it easier for them to like not have to scroll through the whole blog to get to the next one. Okay, contact. Perfect. I would link to this page on every single other page. So anywhere that you're giving them information, also link to this page. So when you're in the details, you know, at the bottom, contact me to you know, for more information, or contact me to schedule your session, put a link to your contact me page. On your investment, you know, right up here or right below here, put, you know, contact me, put a link to your contact button page. The more places you put it, the more likely they are to click on it and fill it out. Okay, testimonials. So this looks like it's like people can leave their own. This is like a reviews. Awesome. I think that looks great. Yeah, so it looks like that, I mean, your homepage is great. I would save all this for the About Me section. You're doing a great job. Your newborn photos are so beautiful. This one's amazing. I think that if you are wanting to focus on newborns and babies and children, which is the impression I get from the photos that you're sharing as large like display photos, then I would definitely show more of that and focus on those and have that be kind of the main talking point of everything. So when you go to investment, if families are, I mean, if newborns and babies are what you enjoy the most, then I would definitely put that at the very top. If families is what you want to do the most, then start with that. And I think that some of this too, I think is, hang on, I'm looking at something. Okay. Yeah, I think you just need to figure out what you want to do the most and then kind of organize everything on your website in order from like your favorite thing to shoot to your least favorite thing to shoot. That way, even when people go to like to details, the first thing they see is like, this is how you know, this is what you can expect from like newborn sessions or whatever. But definitely keep everything like short, sweet, and to the point. Again, people are coming here to get the basic information of who you are, what you do, where you're located, and how much you charge. So I think make those 4 things the easiest things for them to find. Make it super easy for them to contact you on every single page as often as you can. And I think you'll see an increase in how many times people are contacting you. So you're doing awesome work. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I hope you have a great evening.